So what we have our, here it is, Jedox Palo interface. And what I'm doing now, somewhere in Europe, we have a Palo server engine running. And I'm connecting to that server engine, and there we have a sales cube, so sales analytics, and some other cubes for analyzing IMDb, so the movie database on the web. So I created a small model to analyze the top 70 rated movies in the world on that database. So about budget, opening week, overall profit, and so on. So let's get in there. So I log on to the system. And here we are. So it's a very easy, intuitive interface. That was important for us. So everybody should use it. And maybe a side story, my mom got 65 last year, and she's now having an iPad. Never had a computer before. Yeah? Because I don't need a computer, I cannot take a mouse. Now she has an iPad, and she's Skyping me, she has Facebook now, so she's really, she's on. Huh? So I believe that the iPad is really revolutionary. Yeah. So very intuitive. Side story. Yeah? Let's go to the top movies database. So and now I'm loading the report or the analytics interface. Okay, here we are. So what do you see? We have the measures here. So what you currently see are, maybe you, it's, you don't see my mouse point. So here we have the time buckets. So when was the movie released? Yeah? I can easily swap that, say to directors, to studios who produced the movie, or to genre. Let's do that. And it's a multi-dimensional database, so we can just flip the view. So what you now see is the same data, but by genre, action, animation, crime, and so on. You see here, we are currently at the budget. These are the numbers for the opening week. This is the gross profit of the movies. This is the ranking in the internet at IMDb. What else do we have? We have the length and ranking by minute. So just a calculation there. Now you can transfer that, and we go later on to the sales cube, to gross profit, to units sold, to cost of sales, whatever. Yeah? Now we can change the view. I want to see it as numbers. Yeah? So now I have it as numbers. I can also drill down. Let's go into details, into action genre details. Yeah, and I see all the movies here. The Dark Knight, it's more German than English, but Matrix, Terminator, and so on. Yeah? I maybe want to see that as a bar chart. So now I can just, it's too fast. I see it as a bar chart, I get to the numbers, I can easily get to the details here. Yeah? Or I want to have it as a pie chart, and here I have it as a pie chart. Yeah? I can also flip it. So it's a really native iPad application. What else? I can also swap maybe to the studio. What's also important, I can link the information with the data with information. So if I go to, say, Castle Rock Studio, you see here in the information window what movies they produce. Let's go to Universal. I guess they have English titles. Warner Brothers. Lucasfilm should be Star Wars. Yeah. So now I have more information here in the info box, and you can be completely free what you want to show there. Maybe comments or documents about the number. And as we are in the internet and it's IMDb, I can just bring a browser window and get details to the movie. Yeah? So now I'm on that movie, and of course I can also watch the trailer of that movie. So it's completely connected to each other, and now it's loading the trailer. and I get the strikes back information of that movie. It was very interesting when I created the database. I looked always tutorial after trailer. So what else we can do? We can, of course, filter the data. So if I'm interested in a specific time bucket, I can get the list of all years I have, of course, and I can say I want to see only movies between 2000 and 2009. Yeah? So that's be possible. Then I can save that as a favorite. So this is Calgary. And the next time I'm in, I can just use that snapshot. Or, that's also very nice, I can easily send this via email to a colleague. Yeah, I'm on the airport, and I just send it now to Mike. I should have Mike in the list. Here's Mike. And he has now this report in his inbox. Yeah, so very nice connected interface. Let's go back and give you an overview of the sales cube. It's a small sales cube. When we use it later on the demo after the break.
So does he have a snapshot of that, or does he have actually something to link into the same database?
Yeah, no, so first of all, he has a snapshot. Yeah, but as Palo is centrally, you can easily go to Excel and get to the same data.
Great.
Yeah? Okay, here's now the database we are maybe working later on. So what we here have, we have several products. So we are selling PCs, monitors, laptops, and so on. Yeah, and the measures are, what do we have? We have units sold, cost of sale, turnover, and gross profit. Yeah? And then we can just swap it to the regions. I want to see it by region. Yeah? And now I have again west, east, and south. And if I go to south, I just double click here. I get the details of countries, for example. Yeah? So the same work, and you don't have to create anything on the iPad. That's a good thing. You build the cube, and you get the mobile connection, you get the iPad, and you connect it. That was very important. Okay, I guess this gives you a nice impression what we can do. And I leave it here. If you want to play, I'm happy to show you some things, as long as you leave it here. Okay, I'm at the end. I guess we are ready for a break. And after the break, we get to the Excel and